Track 5 is called Trondheim. Trondheim is the city that I lived in Norway for 5 months back in 2018. It had this special feeling about it, at least when I first arrived, that was very summery, very uplifting, and I wanted to capture that in a track. However, the key to Trondheim is not the sound, it's not the feel, it's the transitions. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you the keys to my transitions, how I reverse sounds, take one sound, blend it with 5 to 10 other, just to get that feeling, whatever it takes to make that transition work. Let's take a look at how I make some of my transitions in Trondheim.
This is the key to any producer. It's how you transition from one state of a song to another. A lot of producers seem to just omit this part of their track and not really include it or try to do anything special. I like to really get involved. I think I picked this up from Avicii, who I consider the master of transitions. So to start, we'll just go ahead and listen to just the transitions in Trondheim. So if you take a look at this area here, these are the transitions, and I'll just play it for you. So as you can hear, it's very involved, it's very luxurious, and it really just builds up that tension and then releases it all at one moment when the track changes to another part of the song. So as you can see, I've got a lot of different custom things here. I've got reverse toms, I've got swoosh, I've got crashes, I've got a build-up snare, I've got claps on the back end. But the two things I'm going to show you today are how to create the swoosh and how to create a reverse crash. So these are kind of like the big takeaways, the big pieces. If you can learn these, then you can build transitions however deep and however luxurious you want. So starting with the swoosh, we'll just isolate that and play it for you. So not that complex. It's kind of in a lot of tracks. Really what you need to do is first create a new mono audio track. This is going to be your swoosh track. So create it down here at the bottom for me. I'll drag it up. Trondheim, fun fact about it is the most complex session of all of the Viking sessions. It has the most layers, the most individual pieces. So I'll call this swoosh 2. Alright, and then what you'll want to do is you'll take your mix, go to that new audio track, the swoosh 2, and you're going to have an insert of first a signal generator. Now fair warning, when you create a signal generator, it's going to create a really annoying sine wave. So what I always like to do is create that and then mute that right away because I just can't usually take it after a while. And what you're going to want to do is here are your options. I like to click on either the pink noise or the white noise. In this case, we'll go with the pink noise. I just think it sounds a little better personally. So you add that plugin, and then right after it, you need to add a modulation plugin, which is going to be your Air Vintage filter. So this is the filter that pretty much controls how the swoosh goes. So if you remember from our right place episode, the control option command and click will allow you to automate that cutoff. So once you do that, you can close out your mix, you can unmute the track, and you can start automating. So what I like to do is, here's the point that I want the swoosh to be the loudest. I will drag that up to the loudest. And as you can hear, that swoosh can be kind of annoying, so that's why I always like to start it with muting. So just as a quick example of how this will go, you can just listen to it here. And then if I isolate it out, And that's how you create a swoosh inside Pro Tools. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a reverse cymbal. So if I isolate this cymbal out, it sounds like this. This is something I love to do because it just sounds cool, and I learned this from Avicii. So what you need is you need a crash. So I'm just going to drag this crash over, and you just pretty much need another, so you could do file or track, new, audio, stereo. This time it's going to be a stereo audio track, and you create that. So then you drag your crash right where you want it. And so you have your crash. Now the next thing you need to do is to highlight a square region. So this is just so everything lines up perfectly when you reverse it, which is the next step. So you highlight that square region, you go to your audio suite, and you go to other reverse. So what this does is take the exact section you have highlighted and reverse the sound. So I click render there. As you can see, it flipped it. And then I drag it over to the beginning here. So now if we listen to this crash, it's going to sound reversed. And you can just kind of feel that build up. It really adds something to your tracks. Transitions are huge. It's something that I always pay closely attention to. If it doesn't go smoothly from one point of a song to another, then you're fighting a losing battle. I encourage you to start playing around with custom transitions, really get creative, and break away from those presets. Adding custom transitions is going to make your songs flow, become smooth. And don't just do this between different elements in the songs. Do this between the songs themselves. This will really strengthen your project as a whole. Hey guys, it's Alex. Thanks for watching, and make sure to go listen to Viking from Ike Music on Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at WelcomeToIKE. And please, please, please send us an email to WelcomeToIKE@gmail.com with your suggestions or thoughts. We want to make a lot more videos. We'd be happy to listen to you guys. So subscribe today, and thanks again.